Okay, Sangha. I am really had the wonderful opportunity of sitting on the porch very early in the morning, yesterday and today, and actually every day this week, and not in the afternoon. It's been pretty hot here in Spokane. It's been over 100 degrees most days, and I don't like that kind of weather when it's that hot, but I do love the mornings. And I was out there and I attend an early morning meeting, and then when that was over, I just kind of meditate for a while. So I was thinking, and I have something written, but all these stages of life, and to me, it seems like men in particular have a choice. It seems like most females to me become very wise as they age. I know there's exceptions. I've met some, but overall, it's more natural. But it seems like men have to choose whether, I can choose to be a grumpy old man, Mr. Wilson in Dennis the Menace, and it would be very easy for me in a natural transition, very much so. Or I can choose to that path of the sage. And what I love is I've been reading the Tao Te Ching, and I understand Zen better than ever doing that. And of course, Zen is if Buddhism and Taoism got married and had a little baby, it would be Zen, right? And really it is. It feels like there's so much equal parts of it. It's cool. So I'm glad I took a deeper plunge. And I've spent some real time, and I'm even reading other texts other than the Tao Te Ching. But it did make me think of my aging and see it in a different way. So one of the greatest koans in, I hope I get this right because I don't know what kind of Zen I practiced. Oh, I practice a mix, but Soto Zen, I think it's Rinzai Zen. It's Rinzai Zen where they have koans, where they'd ask a question. And the idea is to get out of your mind because it drives you out of your mind. It makes you crazy if you think about it a long time, and it really does. I've been through one. But one that I was not given, but a lot of people are, is what was your face? What did your face look like before your grandparents were born? What was your face before your grandparents were born? And not that I spent a lot of time thinking about it, but I heard a Taoist saying, and the Taoist saying is, I am what I was before I was. And they sound very, very similar to me. And the key to this is not to make this an intellectual exercise. It's the exact opposite. And I really understand that now. I could say that now and I can get all intellectual about it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to throw those out there. And whatever your encounter with that is the answer. And it's beautiful. The answer will change and change and change as you change and change and change. So I'm looking at me. So I'm going to say it again, and we're going to take some breaths, and then I'm going to go into what I'd written down, and we'll have some time for some silent meditation. Imagine your face before your parents were born. Take a deep breath in. Out. Take a few more deep breaths at your own pace. So my students asked me at the JDC, at the Juvenile Detention Center, what religion are you, John? And they were just curious. And I said, I'm an earthling. And I said that once before, and someone said they liked that, and that's what they're going to call themselves. And it could be a trap like anything else, but that's what I feel like more as I age. I feel like an earthling. A thing that belongs to all of this. It's not separate from it at all. As I age, I realize the value of every experience. Things become more like gold the more I age. And I ask myself, how many more adventures do I have? I mean, it could be 30, it could be 3. How many Christmases? I have lost my mother, father, brother, my only aunt, my uncle. Those who knew me best as a child are gone, and I'm the only witness of myself at that age. No one else who knew me well is alive. I have lost 3 of my best friends, one to suicide, one to a heart attack, one to COVID. Each time I take a special journey, I realize, to quote Seals and Crofts, I may not pass this way again. And it's true. If I go, this may be the only time I ever see this. And it's not like I greedily try to suck it in. I just enjoy it knowing I've had the experience of this sacred place, as all places are. I was that way when I went to Yellowstone recently. I just enjoyed it. Each time I see an old friend, I know it may be my last. Our youthful, I'm going with R, but my youthful beauty fades. Sometimes I lose my car keys. I lose them a little more often than I used to. And if I work really hard in the yard, I feel it more than ever. And sometimes I can feel it for a couple days, where it's before I'd recover in an evening. This brings me to recognize deeply the 5 remembrances of Buddhism. I am of the nature to grow old. I am of the nature to have ill health. I am of the nature to die. All that is dear to me and everyone I love is of the nature to change. My actions are my only true belongings. I am in a transitional phase. I'm late middle age. As I have practiced through the years, I've become a long and confusing novel. Sometimes the novel's been tragedy, other times comedy, occasionally romance, and it's often drama. And I recognize I have the choice to grow into a sage, to be a wise old man. And I'm not old yet, but I see it, you know. My feet are on the welcome mat. I'm wiping my feet. I'm getting ready to walk into the door. And I have the choice to be wise, to let go of the things of youth with grace and embrace the things that come after that. As I grow older, life moves from a series of achievements to a journey of becoming. This is what this other phase of life is like. Often I meditate in front of Circe. Circe is a Turkish hazelnut towering in my front yard. And this weekend I emptied myself in front of Circe. And my eyes were open and just looking into her branches. And when I became really empty, I could understand the primordial essence of that tree in a way that words cannot. In a way that words would actually destroy the understanding and the meaning of what I was feeling and experiencing at that moment. Later, I heard the story of Yggdrasil in my head, the old world tree from Norse mythology. And I remembered looking into Circe, the tree, and thinking at one time Yggdrasil was just a seed. Yggdrasil was a seed that exploded into everything. And again, I thought, what was my face before my grandparents were born? Breathed, let go of the words. Now I sit and meet my Buddha nature. I do not feel separate from all those who moved on before, nor do I feel separate from all those who are yet to come. When I empty myself, I can be in that place where all these things exist. And I've heard it from all the people I consider great teachers. Thich Nhat Hanh, especially. The seed becomes a sapling, the sapling a tree a forest. Each leaf starts as a bud, then falls, feeds the tree, becomes a leaf. It is wonderful beyond my ability to imagine. So we're going to go into 5 minutes of meditation, silent meditation. I invite you, if you want to contemplate it. What was your face before the birth of your grandparents? And remember, you are what you were before you were. Namaste.
That's it. Okay. Back to you, John.
Thank you. Okay. Let's prepare for the dedication of merit. It's one of my favorite ones today. May all places be held sacred. May all beings be cherished. May all injustices of oppression, devaluation, and theft be fully righted, remedied, and healed. May all wounds to forest, rivers, deserts, and ocean, all wounds to Mother Earth, be lovingly restored to bountiful health. May all beings everywhere delight in whale song, bird song, and blue sky. May all beings abide in peace and and wellness, awaken and be free. Namaste.